Alrighty, we're going to get started on our Tuesday live session talking all about real estate, investing, finances, and kind of helping you guys, whoever's tuning in, out with some of their questions that they have. So, just a reminder, I am on my desktop for most platforms, so I can't see you unless you comment. Can you say aloha or hi? Put where you're from as well in the chat, and we're going to get started in a few minutes. Waiting for people to hop on, and then share this live if you've attended before. You've heard some good golden nuggets. Share this live with a friend, like it as well, so more people can see it. And I cannot wait to update you guys on some things going on. So, aloha, Junior, Manuel, Miss Boss. Ooh, I like that. Lala, Margie, MTs. Oh, my spouse is in Texas. All right. So does anybody have any questions about real estate investing, financing, the housing market, investing? We'll talk about all of that on these lives. So come on, guys. Put some questions below. Waiting, Angie. Thunder Rap. Oh, that's an interesting name. Manny said, chilling with my mentor, leading the way. Awesome. Yes, Manny. We talked about on our community call in our coaching program how social media has helped to not only connect with other people online, share your own story, but also offer opportunities for people to invest with you. And that's exactly what we do. Manny as well, he's been sharing a lot more. And it's just building that rapport with people. And you can do it online. A lot of people think that you have to know a lot of people with money. You have to be raised in a rich family in order to succeed and build wealth, own multiple homes. And we're just here to show that you can do it. It's possible without having all those natural born connections, but you still have to put yourself out there because there's so many people. And I love this online space because you can share whatever. You can put whatever you want out there. It's like you're the writer of your own story. You're the star of your own movie on social media. So whether people connect with you or not, it doesn't really matter. It matters about how it makes you feel and what you want to do with it. Like you have ultimate control of what you can share on here. I mean, within the platform guidelines, but that's what's been the biggest mind shift for me is everything doesn't have to be perfect online. It doesn't have to be scripted. It doesn't have to, you can go on live like this and just talk about what you're doing and share it with people, and people will support you who want to stay on, and who knows who might be out there who are looking for an opportunity to start investing, to get their finances together, to maybe, find someone that can help them make more money, build wealth, help their family, but also, have an impact on their community, a positive one, change the world. I mean, it sounds crazy to kind of say it in that aspect, but literally you could watch anyone online and it could totally shift your life, shift the trajectory of where you're going, give you that one little idea, and maybe you run with it and your whole life changes. That's happened. It's happened to me. So that's why I share so much online. And thank you, Manny, for always being on and supportive and your positive energy. I think, especially since COVID happened, a lot more people are communicating online. And before, it used to be a scary thing, like, don't share your information online. Like, no, you could get hacked or whatever. And yes, there's people that create fake accounts. So make sure you look for the one with the check mark for any of my accounts. But it is a great way to connect with people all over the world. I've raised millions of dollars from you guys, from people watching these lives, from people engaging with my content that, are looking for other ways to make their money work for them, make more money. And don't be afraid to say that. Don't be, I know we have all been, a lot of us taught to be humble and not talk about money, don't talk about finances. But how are you expected to get ahead if you're not talking about it, if you're not learning about it? And that's honestly how the wealthy keep growing and stay wealthy, is they talk about finances all the time, not in a bragging way, but just in a way to like, okay, how can we continue to make our money work harder for us? Where average people, or people, when I was working as an engineer, it was like, oh my gosh, I just got to pay my bills and get by. But even when you're going through that situation, just start thinking about other ways that you can create a way to make more money by not spending your time. And initially, it's a sacrifice, right? Because you're spending your time learning this new skill or learning another stream of income. And just know that you got time. Like, I always thought I couldn't get ahead because I didn't have time. I was working 60 to 70-hour weeks. I don't have time. I have kids. I have this, I have that. But the truth is that, yes, it's going to take sacrificing some of your time, whether that be your lunch break, whether that be sleep, because you got to wake up earlier to learn something new. But we're almost to the end of this year. Summer's over. Kids are back at school. Now, for the parents out there, the adults out there, you get back in school too. Start learning something that I'm doing this month that I didn't figure out till yesterday, or just get clarity on, was that I want to start learning more on AI. I'm already using it. I'm using Claude, I'm using ChatGPT, I'm using Gemini, a lot of these AI features in these programs I already use, but I haven't dove deep into how to really utilize it in my businesses and in helping me just create. Because I think a lot of times, as people or a person who creates a lot of content, it does get, you do get a little burnt out by thinking of new ways to kind of say the same thing. But in actuality, I used to love creating videos. I actually, in high school, just side note, I was a videographer. So I used to, one of my first jobs was editing wedding videos and birthday videos for my teacher. So when I was 16, I started doing that after school, and I loved it. I love filming content, like create, just seeing that moment and editing videos in a way that it created this almost like movie like cinematic version of the event, the wedding, the birthday, whatever it was, and sharing that special moment with people. So that's a complete side note, but I'm going to get to your questions. Hey, Art. Manny said, what's the best way to get started in real estate investing? Ooh, okay. So the best way, I would say, is to just start listening to podcasts, listening to or reading books, attending some of master classes. There's free ones online. We are actually doing a free one next week, Tuesday, about real estate investing 101. So come and join, comment masterclass below, and we'll send you the link. But it's really to teach you the basics of how you can get started in real estate. And there's a lot of different ways that you can. And I think the biggest mistake for people who jump right into, oh my gosh, I've seen this show on HGTV and I want to start flipping, I'm going to buy a fixer upper. But they didn't run their numbers. They don't know even what like a good deal looks like. That's one of the biggest mistakes. Two, you take on a project way too big that you might not have you might run into issues that you're not expecting, and you could end up losing money. And the third thing is you didn't educate yourself. You didn't gain the knowledge of the process and couldn't see the entire picture of what it is you're actually doing. So a lot of people think like, oh my gosh, homes are selling for $1 million where I live. If I buy this house for an 800,000 and I fix it up, I'm going to make 200,000. Well, there's the repair costs that you didn't think about, the commissions to the realtors, all the holding costs. So you got to borrow that money. How are you going to get the money? Where is it going to come from? There's so much to think about during the process. And it's not easy. It's a simple process, but one of the biggest reasons people kind of overdo it, especially on their first one, is because they haven't built that foundation of what the process actually is. What are all the steps that you have to do? What are all the professionals, all the people that you have to have on your team in order to get it done? Because yes, even for myself, I thought I joined a program and I was like, oh, I got this. This is going to be simple. And in the end, I ended up made $103,000, which is no small thing. It was more than I made in a year. But there was so much challenges and issues that happened that I had no idea to expect. So it's just like schooling, right? It's just like for a doctor. You don't just walk into an emergency room and say, okay, I watched a few YouTube videos, I read a few books, I'm ready to do surgery on someone. No, you have to go through the schooling, go through the process, put on basically your training wheels, train, run some numbers, go through that, because learning is important, but you have to know what direction and have a plan, know the steps before you actually do something. If you want to have the least amount of risk, right? Because anybody can do anything at any time. It's like gambling. You can throw money at something and then hope it's going to work out. But if you don't really know what you're doing, there's a higher chance of you losing. So we don't want that. We don't want that for anybody. But it is something that you have to realize. And I mean, another thing is you also don't want to wait until everything is perfect, everything aligns, and you know everything, because you'll never know everything. But I think you have to know enough to know how to get over these challenges. And that's why we love having a community of people, because you have other people to lean on who are going through the same things, going through the same process, might have solutions for you that you didn't even think about. So I want to kind of see where everybody is at. Have you ever waited too long for something to start and afterward be like, man, I missed the boat. I waited too long for this. Manny says, let's go changing lives one investment at a time. Love that. Oh. So Petros says, if you had to start over financially, how would you do it now with everything you know now? Okay, so I just turned 40. So now my life looks a lot different than it did when I was younger. So coming from somebody in their 40s, if I had to start over financially, I would have started investing sooner. I put myself through college. I became a civil engineer, and I thought that I would make enough money as an engineer in order to pay off my debt, live the lifestyle that I wanted, and be able to spend more time with my family. But 10 years in, I realized that it wasn't. And it wasn't something that I was passionate or purposeful with. So I would have started investing sooner had I known that this career wasn't something that I wanted to, that wasn't going to be fulfilling in the end. But you don't know until you do it. So I would say I would have started investing like $50 a month, $100 a month, like from the get go into a separate account, a high yield savings. I would start there. And then I would let that grow and then also start another bucket, start a retirement, maybe you're a Roth IRA, start that, especially if you're not making that much, then your tax bracket is very low. So you pay lower taxes if you're investing it that way and you pay it up front. So if you end up making more money in the end, you already paid the taxes down on that. So I would do that. And then I would also just start getting into different rooms. I think when you don't grow up talking about money or finances or in those bigger rooms with people making millions, and you think like, man, like that could never be me. These people are too big. Like I don't know how I'm even going to fit in these rooms. Well, there's lots of events. Maybe you got to pay to be in those rooms, but those will get you outside of your comfort zone and start getting you thinking different. Like what is going to work for you? Because what works for somebody else might not work for you either. Thanks, Edith, for liking this live. Yes, please like this live. Share it with a friend who needs to hear it. We're talking about finances. We're answering questions. And really, I'm trying to help you guys, and I'm trying to help myself too. Just think back to what I would have done differently, what I would do now, and help everyday people build wealth too. Whoever's in here, thumbs up. We all want to build wealth. We want to make money. Want to have a positive impact on our community, help others, learn what we wish we would have known earlier. That's what this is about. And I love that this space can provide that for everyone and for me too. Tone says, aloha, do you create? Tone, if you could finish. Oh, right there. I had to retype. Lady Dreamer said, where are you located? So I'm in Maui in Hawaii. And I went to college in California in Long Beach. So I lived there for about 6 years. But I've been raised here on Maui and been in Hawaii my whole life, except for that college era. So yes, it's very expensive to live here. And that's why one of my passions became, after I was working as an engineer, I was helping these multi-million-dollar companies basically build, develop, and get richer. So I think after I turned 30, it was more so like, man, how can I help myself, but also help other locals, other people living here gain wealth too? It didn't serve what I was doing at my job didn't really fulfill me. And I think at the end of the day, especially as you get older, I don't know, I'm 40 now. But I think as you get older, you lean more towards things that will have more of a purpose. Like, of course, you need to still make money, but if you can if you can help affect someone's life in a meaningful way, I think for a lot of us, that matters more in the end. Hawaii's neoprene bag. Let's go. Yes. Thanks, Delila, for sharing the live. Edith for the follow. Okay, Tone, do you create other businesses such as property management, cleaning services in-house, or do you hire outside contractors? So do you create other businesses around real estate? My husband owns a plumbing company, so that's been super beneficial. But other than that, he owned a plumbing company before we started investing in real estate. And I really was the one who started it, managed majority of we did 36 renovations, 37 renovations. And we hired mostly out other contractors. So I do have friends that have set up property management companies, cleaning services, and all of that. But for me, my personal investments in real estate, my rentals, and my bigger RV parks are the ones that bring in majority of my income. So for me, I think especially this year, I'm trying to be more present with my family because I've spent so many years in the beginning setting up our investments and educating myself on real estate investing, building all these partnerships that now I'm more so just trying to find systems and processes to help me even be more hands off. So, no, I do not have other businesses like a property management company. And I do have several rentals that I manage myself because it's very, very easy. So, probably like if there are not any vacancies or I have to look for renters, I probably spend like want to say like maybe 4 hours a month managing 2, 4, 6, 7 rentals on my own. And then the other ones, we have property management companies handle those. But yeah, that is a way to get started too, is you could, if you already own rentals or you're already in real estate, you could start a property management company, cleaning service. And I would suggest partnering with somebody who already has those skills or already has set it up for them, has all these processes set up for themselves that then can help you run it as a business. Because it is just now, it's separate businesses. With real estate, it's a physical asset. You're collecting rent, it's a steady kind of monthly income. With cleaning services, property management, the income isn't as predictable. So it's definitely a different type of business. Manny said we invest to Punaway. Yes. Especially being local. If you are in Hawaii, put in the chat what island you're from. If you are in Hawaii, that is definitely what we live by, is investing the right way, because that's the way that it should be done. But there are other investors who don't invest with the right intentions. So just be aware of that too. And we always want to make sure, that you're not taking advantage of anybody who's in a difficult situation. If they have no other choice, but they want to work with you, that's fine. And you've laid out all the terms and everything that entails. That's definitely how we invest. Because I always thought too, when I started investing, that like investors were these people who were like taking advantage of other people, and for lack of better words, it was just like these rich white guys and in suits and things like that. But like I mentioned in the beginning of this live, the more I got around people that were actually doing it, I realized, oh my gosh, a lot of them are just like me. Like a lot of my investors uh, own millions of dollars, especially in Hawaii, in Maui. They don't dress fancy. Like if you ever read the book Millionaire Next Door, if you haven't read it, go read it. But it's just, you can still be who you are. You can be true to who you are. You can live within your means. And once you start making money, like you don't have to change anything else about yourself. And you have nobody else to impress. Like, depends why you're doing this. So I think it's a lot different now. More people, you see more millionaires out there, especially making money online, and just don't have to keep up with the Joneses. They don't have to drive fancy cars, wear all these nice clothes, have all this nice jewelry. Like I have a Rolex that I was awarded on stage a couple years ago. And I don't even wear it because it's not my style. Like, I don't like to be flashy, and I love my Apple Watch because it also tells me when to exercise. So, I feel like before, and I am 40, so I'm still older, but I feel like before, everybody felt like if they wanted to, once they were making money or once they got higher up in their jobs, their CEOs, all of this, you had to play the part, look the part, dress fancy, fancy car, big house, all of that. But in this day and age, there's so many millionaires, billionaires who are just regular people. Like, they don't have to live that lifestyle. CEOs and all of this, like, you can own your own business, make millions of dollars right from your home. And that to me is just like, that's such a blessing, Like, you don't have to be fit this corporate box. But I went off on a tangent there. Is this good? Are you guys liking this? Yeah, comment masterclass below if you guys want. We're going to be going over real estate investing 101. And we're going to be going over that and just how you can get started even in this market. And we created this free class because, of course, there's so many different ways to learn real estate online, YouTube. There's coaching programs. We have a coaching program too, but we decided to put on this free class because we believe that there is so much out there that you could be learning. And this is what helped us become millionaires. Like, you can do it too. So why not come to this class designed specifically for beginners? People who are like, oh, I heard about this. Oh, I want to buy a rental. I want to buy a flip. Or, oh, I want to get started doing something new. I heard about this investing thing. Like, I don't know what it's about. Come join this free masterclass. Comment masterclass below. We're going to be covering funding, mindset, our first deals, and a live Q&A so you can ask real questions. And of course, the goal isn't to become an expert in a day. I don't think anybody can, but hopefully it'll help you find your next step in your wealth building journey. So thanks, Rico. Manuel said, gotta know your numbers. Hey, Vincent, comment masterclass. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of people. Orlando, Kanak, Zay, Mark. Hey, Quarry, Mary. Hawaii's neoprene bag said, can you send the link, please? Yes. Can you just message me the word masterclass? And we can send that to you. Generational wealth is where it's at. Yeah. Hey, Doug. Aloha. Half a day, Vincent. Ramos. It's a masterclass. Just signed up. Got the text back already. John of Earth and Air. Awesome. Can't wait to help you guys tomorrow. These lives are just, more of a Q&A, get your guys' take and answer some questions. But if you've been thinking about investing but haven't taken your first step yet, then this class is for you. And our main focus is going to be about real estate, how that can help you. But there's also ways where if you do have a savings, retirement, maybe you have investments in stocks or crypto and you're looking to diversify, invest in real estate, you can invest your money into other people's deals too and make more money. Like, there's it's not just fix and flipping and just rentals. There's different ways in real estate that you can make money too. So if you're interested in that, then make sure you show up tomorrow. We put the link to register. If you didn't get the link, message me masterclass and I can send you the link, and I'll see you guys on the call next week. Be prepared. I'll answer your questions on there and make sure you show up. I think the main thing is show up. There's so many, I am guilty of this too. I sign up for a lot of free things. Sometimes I don't show up because I got busy or whatever, but make this a priority, because priority to the last part of the year, guys. So if your goal by the end of this year was to make another stream of income, make more money, invest into something, or increase your investments, then make sure you hop in and like this live, share it with somebody who you know needs to start investing or is always talking about financing, or opening up a new business or starting something. Make sure you share this with them. Follow me on here on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I share practical strategies on real estate investing, private money, building wealth, answer your everyday financing questions. Also kids, right? I have kids. I teach them some lessons, share it on here as well. On each platform, I share different things. So YouTube is more longer form videos. I share on TikTok is more lives like this, and Instagram and Facebook. Facebook is more like written content. And then Instagram. That has always been my favorite platform, but now I'm liking all these other ones too. So with that, I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.